Okay, Hall of Fame nominees are out. I took a look at the list. You've seen it.
Ah,
I'm not I'm not impressed. There's no, to me, standout guy. Guys that jump out to me, Tom Chambers, Vince Carter, Michael Cooper, Joey Crawford, the ref, Lampier, Mo Lucas, Raleigh Massimino, coach Villanova. I don't know. What do you think?
you're right. It's a B group. It's not an A level group. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Vince Carter is going to get in.
Okay.
I think. Marcus Johnson.
Oh, I forgot him.
There's a very good chance of getting in. I think. I think Tom Chambers is the Hall of Very Good, but not a Hall of Famer. I would not vote for Tom Chambers. I would not. Terry Cummings, absolutely not. He's not
no.
Mike Kaminsky, of course, not. He shouldn't even be on the ballot. I love him. It's a wonderful guy. A gentleman, a nice, solid player, but no. Because guys get there on a baseball Hall of Fame ballot that you go, what are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They lasted 10 years. And this is not that. What are you kidding me? But no, Mike, I'm sorry. You maybe a college Hall of Fame. I missed Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper is on?
That's what I saw. Yeah,
I didn't see that one. Okay, well, if he was on,
so now does he get on because of his defense and playing with the Dynasty?
Of course. But Larry will. But I tell you, who'd go up there for him? That would be Larry. Larry would go up there for him, and would because he would unequivocally tell you he's the greatest guy, toughest guy that ever guarded him, and that's for sure.
Yeah, Michael Cooper.
So now okay. There's coaches there, a lot of coaches, college. Go get Barnes. I don't think so. John Beeline, no. Chauncey Billups, by the way, he's better than I thought. His career was better than I thought. I don't think it's a Hall of Fame career.
Not a Hall of Fame.
No. But now there's an interesting referee I would vote for. And that's Joey Crawford. He was a dominant personality. It's a dominant personality, Joey Crawford.
Did you think he was a good ref?
Yes, I did, and because I kind of knew him a little bit, so I'm a little biased there. I had a couple of cups.
Well, you had a couple of beers. I remember one time because he liked to talk to the media. The gentleman of the a true gentleman of the NBA media, Ian Thompson, one time, because this is when I was working the Celtics broadcast. Ian Thompson from Sports Illustrated is walking along the baseline like to get to his seat, and they're in a timeout. And Joey Crawford just starts talking to him. Talking him up, and I said, Ian, he goes, I don't know, man. I was just going to my seat, and Joey just talks to us all the time.
Joey's a real people. Of course, his bloodlines. He's from the referee, Shag Crawford's kid, and he had another brother that was an umpire and all that. Okay. Now the veterans put a couple of names up. The Veterans Committee.
Yep.
Dick Barnett. I say yes. If you can, the totality of his contract, you have to. I would take into consideration the fact that he was one of the all-time great NAIA college players, won a national championship at Tennessee A&I. Fred Brown's nominated, Hall Very Good. Fred Brown was the original Vinnie Johnson,
Downtown.
The original Downtown Freddie Brown.
Freddie Brown.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he's Hall Very Good. Here's an interesting name there that people don't know, and there's been a decades-long crusade about outraged family members that a man named Leo Ferris, he's on the list. Who the hell is Leo Ferris? Leo Ferris, according to his family and some documentation they have, does not get the credit that he deserves for being instrumental in the 24-second clock institution, which always is given credit to the owner of the Rochester Royals. And he gets all whose name is escaping me at the moment, but and Leo Ferris is it would be maybe writing a long, historically, grievance here if he were to get in. And there's teams that are nominated. And now, by the way, for the Boston audience that we have, there is a local name on the ballot from the women's coaching list, the women's list. Andy Yasinoff, the longtime coach of Emmanuel here in Boston and the Fenway, has got a pile of wins, and a very not good guy is nominated. That may very well be like what we say. The nomination is his honor. We say the Oscars every year. well, maybe it will turn out to be, but it is an honor to be nominated, and I can congratulate Andy Yasinoff on being nominated. Okay, and there's a contributors list is loaded with people. We'd be going for an hour to say so many of them are deserving. I want to put there's two on an international player list. There's two guys that I want to just make a brief comment on. One is Andrew Gaze from Australia, great Olympian. He was a member of the Seton Hall team that was beaten by Michigan in 1989 in the final. But a longtime Olympian and the greatest Australian product, the honor to his country was Andrew Gaze. And I've got a very personal one, very personal. Tal Brody. Tal Brody, here's a story. It's a fascinating story. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. Tal Brody is from Trenton High School, class of 61, where he led the team to the New Jersey Group 4 state championship. He went to Illinois, and he was all Big Ten 3 years, and he was the 13th pick of the 1965 NBA draft by the Bullets. He's Jewish. He was invited to go to the Maccabiah games that summer. And oh boy, I'm excited. I'm going to go to the Maccabiah games. He goes to the Maccabiah games. That was in 1965. He's never come home. And he became an Israeli citizen. He became the best player on an Israeli team that won a European championship. He coached the team for years, and he is still a governmental official. He has an official title, the Ambassador of Goodwill for the state of for Israel. Wow. And he lives in Tel Aviv. And I got a quick story. About 3 years ago, I was invited to speak at the Hall of Fame the night before they had the state championship basketball games out in Springfield. Okay? Right. And they had a dinner, and I was a speaker. And after it was over, John DeLeva, the Hall of Fame president, said, "Are you going to stay for the games tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, I wasn't planning on it necessarily." He said, "I'm going to the games with Tal Brody." I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to count me in." I've never met Tal Brody, and he was so the next morning, they picked me up at the hotel, and Tal's in the shotgun seat. So I get in behind him and I hand him an index card. And he looks at it and he goes, mouth open. "What's this? What? What it was?" And he knew what it was. It was the starting five of his 1961 team. And George Lee, Ralph Buddy Shaw, and on and on and on. The starting five. And so we sat together for the game. And long story short, we went to Israel. He showed us around and we had a good time. Anyway, he should have been. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as an international player. That's my personal story. Okay, all right. I'm off myself.
Bob, I love those stories.